don't look, so that I can't see anything in the body of the email until I open it. And it is uncanny. Maybe we've been sitting next to each other for too long or something. It is uncanny how close we come. We have one.
I like
exact
the late
match on the
night phone
score.
calls when you finally look, and the only thing out of your mouth is,
"Get out of my head."
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we picked the exact same score in one game this week. We're very close in many others. And I think of how many games are there this week? 22 or something?
Yep.
We have 18 picked the same, which is that's not uncommon because in high school football, a lot of times there's a clear favorite. But if you're not picking, say, 75%, you're not doing very well. Okay. Palmdale and Burroughs. Southern section game. Yeah, we'll move back up to the big games Friday, and then we'll do the Saturday games. This is Palmdale. They went 11-1 last year, and they are 3 divisions higher.
And they
than
lost
Burroughs.
7 seniors.
So I like Palmdale in this game. I actually think Burroughs is going to have a good year, but this is a very tough Week 1 test. I take Palmdale 28-20.
42-13 Palmdale.
You've got Palmdale big. Okay, moving on. The other Southern Section team is Boron, but they're playing Kern Valley. So up next is Little Rock and Rosemont. This is sort of the opposite, where Little Rock was 0-10 last year. Rosemont was 2-8. One of their wins was against Little Rock. I'm going to go against the grain. I'll take the road team. I'll take Little Rock to win this one, 16-13.
I got the home team, Rosemont, 20-12.
So that's one of our 4 differences there. Desert Christian. I'm sorry. We're going to skip ahead. Kern Valley and Boron. No, there we go. Desert Christian and Cal City. Desert Christian, one of those private schools that was real good a few years ago, not very good last year, 3-7. You just never know what you're going to get. Cal City should be pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go right now and say Cal City's my pick to win the High Desert League. How's that?
I still have Kern Valley over
there. Going to go out on a limb.
But no, that's actually not a hard limb to go out of.
You have Desert in the league this year. You also have Bishop, very good. But I like Cal City. I think Cal City's defense is going to be very good. I like them to beat Desert Christian 28-3.
28-13.
There's an example of get out of my head right there. Okay,
how about you get out of my head since I do them first?
Fraser Mountain and Granite Hills. But I was doing them long before you, so there you go.
No, you weren't.
Granite Hills and Fraser Mountain. Fraser Mountain, it took them 9 weeks to score a touchdown last year, but they did get it done. Hopefully better things up in Lebec this season, but it's hard to predict a win for them. I got Granite Hills 27-6, but I have the Falcons scoring a TD right off the bat this year.
Me too, 20-6 Granite Hills.
Again, out of my head.
Get out of my head.
Out of my head. Up next, we've got Desert. Welcome to the Central Section, to the Desert Scorpions. In from the Southern Section, they rejoined the High Desert League. Now, the High Desert League, by the way, we'll talk about this more when we get to playoffs. They can host playoff games this year.
Except for?
But Desert will now have to go through the 3-year can't host playoff games. I think even if it's against other HDL teams, I would think.
I would think so
because the other HDL teams are now allowed to host. So anyway, Desert, their first game as a Central Section team is a toughie. Desert was 9-3 last year, but they lose quite a bit. Emmanuel was 11-3. They didn't lose anything.
Yeah, the Central Section team brings back almost everything, and they're going to roll. I have it 42-14. Zach got my head and went
42-16. So again, it's ridiculous. Here's a good one. Traditional. Will you skip Kern Valley Boron? I think we may have skipped it earlier. That's okay. Kern Valley and Boron is a traditional rivalry game. They always play each other every year. Now it's an intersection battle. Always a good game. I think Boron's going to be back up this year. I have Kern Valley winning 28-27. Not real confident in that pick.
I like Kern Valley. I think they bring a lot of pieces back, and I think they're really kind of coming together because, as bad as Erskine Fire was, I think it really kind of
galvanized the team.
Yeah, galvanized the team really and kind of brought them together. So I think they're going to do well, and I have Kern Valley winning this one 28-13. I can't wait to see the Bronx back on the field at home. That's going to be such an emotional game.
Yeah, that is going to be really emotional. You got to look out for those Boron Bobcats, though, I'm telling you right now. Avenel at McFarland as we move into western Kern County now, I guess, northern Kern County. McFarland, again, much better in the second half last year. Maybe something cooking up there with Johnny Salinas in Division 6. But Avenel's been in the Division 6 title game a couple years in a row. We're going to go with the Buccaneers. I've got 33-10 for the Bucs.
Yeah, I got a 28-14 Avenel.
And that game is a home game for McFarland, so they may have a good chance there. Moving into the South Sequoia League. Actually, East Yosemite League. Delano is at East. The Tigers, not a good year last year, 2-8. East, not a good year last year, 1-8. Both teams have proud histories. Delano's won 17 league titles. East, I think, has won 10. I mean, these two programs are not used to being down like that, and I don't think they will be for long. Again, this is one where we differ. I'm going to take Delano in a close game to come into Kern County and win it 23-21.
Home game and Ray Marquez at running back. East, 20-13.
And Ray Marquez is very good, so look out for him. I will say this. my reasoning for picking that game, because I thought it was kind of a toss-up, we're going backwards, but in all of the other games I had picked, I had not yet picked a road team. And I thought, okay, I can't pick all home teams. Let's go Delano here. Moving on, we have this is a great game here. Cesar Chavez at South, a D4 title contender against a D3 title contender. Teams won a combined 19 games last year. I think we both think it'll be pretty close. You actually have it closer than me. I have South 23-10. I really like the continuity they bring at quarterback with Aries Harris and in the coaching staff with Kerry Mills coming back, where Chavez obviously replacing Casey Quinn as head coach.
Yeah, when you look at Casey Quinn, he was offensive and defensive coordinator basically for his team, and they lose a bunch of seniors. But when you bring back your starting quarterback and your second best running back, I think that there's going to be a lot of good pieces for Chavez. But again, South home game for South. Kerry Mills has got a lot of great things going. I got South winning 2019.
Moving on, next up is Golden Valley at Taft. Again, a very good, interesting game. They play each other in week 1 every year, at least they have for the past several years. And this was the game, everybody, where somehow Trevor and I came up with not only the same pick, but the exact same score. We both have Taft 34, Golden Valley 28. Should be a great running battle.
You don't like kickers?
I know. No, I have him kicking 2 field goals, man. Tyler Thompson at Golden Valley, I think, has a breakout year this year. I guess if you could say he's not already a star. And Taft's running backs we know are going to run up and down the field.
Yeah, Robert Cozane kind of starts that thing off for Taft, and they run that triple option. And, I think that George Falgott has a really good thing going on in Taft, and you get the thing started at home. It'll be a close game, but it'll be a win for the Wildcats.
Triple option out of the double wing, tough to stop, especially in week 1. Next game up, Highland at Arvin. The Scots, I think, are in store for a big year. I think they could challenge for the SEYL title. Arvin, I actually think, will be improved as well. They were 2-8 last year, but I like Highland to win this game. Oh, there's a road game. I guess I hadn't picked all home games. I did pick a road team in Highland. Again, similar score. I have 31-21.
Yeah, and when you look at best name in football, Zeke Arambula.
Arambula or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, he's a great one. Arvin's kind of running back that is about 225 pounds. But I think that Highland, like you said, it really is going to be kind of an up-and-coming team this year. I know they went into the quarterfinals last year in D3. I got the Scots winning this one, 28-21.
Yeah, I think the Scots are the team there. Next up, Shafter at Miramonte. Both teams could really use a win to kickstart a season. Miramonte only got one last year. It was against Shafter, and I've got Miramonte winning this one again with their strength program up and running under David Coldiron in the 3rd year. Just by 1 point, though. I like Shafter, too, 21-20 for Miramonte.
This is one of those games that can really kind of go either way. But I'm going to give it to Shafter, the Generals, in the first game, really, under Gerald Perucci, a former Shafter alum. Or
they
is
are
a
Shafter
alum. Yeah,
emotional
1914.
pick here.
Yep.
Yeah. Next game up, we move on. Coalinga and Wasco. Wasco struggled last year. I think they're in for a big rebound year. One of the most improved teams in Kern County, the Tigers, get it started with a big win here, 40-21.
I got 21-13. When you look at Mike Rowland, he knows these players. He's had them as the lower levels head coach. I think he's going to do a great job here in his first year replacing Russell Prado. Yeah, Wasco's going to start off on the winning note.
North and Independence, pretty simple pick for me here. Independence got a lot of seniors back. Junior Lehman and his brother R.J. Lehman, JR and R.J. Look out for that combo
Ron John
this year.
and John Ron.
Yeah. And North, look, I like Norm Brown. I think he does a really good job, and I like Marley Garnett. I do think North's going to struggle, especially early this year with how young they are, but look out for them by SEYL time.
Yeah, I don't think that North is going to be able to pull this one out. I have Independence win 27-24. But when you look at Norm Brown, I think that guy is a really innovative coach, and he's going to find everything he can out of his team.
Gets the most out of his guys, that's for sure. I have 30-13, though, for Independence. I think North struggles early in the year. Moving on, Liberty, number 2 in our BVarsity section rankings, at number 6, Clovis West. This is the biggest game of the week as far as seeding goes in Division 1. I mean, this could decide the number 1 seed right off the bat. Lot of football to be played, but it matters that much. Again, we mentioned Clovis West loses Caleb Kelly, loses Darian Owens. Look out for the rest of the guys, though.
Oh, man, that Clovis West team, I mean, it's a higher level Buchanan in 2015 where Buchanan had a bunch of lower level guys that were really good and kind of came up. Buchanan never really got this thing rolling. That's the way you kind of look at Clovis West. But I think Clovis West just has a little bit more than Buchanan had last year. And this is going to be a very, very tough game for Liberty to come off a Central Section Championship game. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what they can do, but I've got Liberty winning this one 28-21. You?
Should be a dogfight, and I like Liberty long term. But Clovis West, listen, was an absolute power in this section for 20 years along with Bakersfield High. In fact, for those 20 years between about I don't know, 92, say, in 2012, Clovis West actually had more success than Bakersfield, than any team in the section. I think after a few years off, they're getting back to that. And I've got Clovis West winning this game. I think Liberty's offense still has so many moving parts and young pieces that they may struggle a little bit early in the year, kind of like last year. Maybe not all on the same page yet, and I'd take Clovis West to win this game. Now, end of the year, it might be a different story. Right. But right now, I've got Clovis West winning that game at home close, 17-14.
But as Liberty showed last year, what you do in August, September
does
not
matter.
Matter.
In fact, it can
November,
help you.
December.
So, but I do like Clovis West for this particular week tomorrow night to win it. But I like it close, so it could go either way. Frontier hosting Cabrillo of Lompoc. Now, in the past few years, the Titans had played Lompoc High in week 1. And they struggle with Lompoc. Lompoc's a very good team. Cabrillo is the lesser team in that town. Cabrillo also, I think a big factor here, is not used to playing in the heat. And they've got to come into Bakersfield. It's going to be 95 degrees at game time. It's never 95 degrees in Lompoc. No. I like Frontier.
I do too, and what I like about Frontier is they're bringing a whole new kind of speed element when you're looking at Greg Youngblood at running back, or a quarterback, I apologize, who might be the most seasoned quarterback we have in Kern County.
Greg Youngblood's very good. Look out for him.
Yeah. And you look at, he's got so much speed at the wide receiver position between J.J. Flores and Marcus Cornford, the son of Rich Cornford. This is going to be a big one. I have Frontier going 28-13 over Cabrillo.
Okay, we got to wrap it up here. We're going to go quickly. Stockdale at number 1, Ridgeview. Any upset potential, Trevor?
No, the Mustangs are going to be a lot of fun to watch this year, but no, not tonight.
I'm going to give you an upset. I'm not going to pick the upset. I picked Ridgeview to win. I say Stockdale keeps it close into the second half. Remember, Ridgeview, they had a tough game with Frontier week 1 last weekend. It kind of surprised everybody. And I think Stockdale's good enough with Elijah Ortiz to maybe run the ball a little bit, and Ridgeview maybe makes a couple of mistakes. Connie Glinton, very talented, still just a sophomore. Maybe a little bit of a scare, but Ridgeview pulls away, wins by 10 points. Okay, our game of the week on Bakersfield.com and ESPN Bakersfield 1230 on the air at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. I love this game. Bakersfield Christian and Garces for the first time ever. Garces is my pick for the most improved team in Kern County, and I have him winning this game. I'm not real confident. And Austin Gaines, I love him for Bakersfield Christian. They've got a few other guys who are going to be really
Jeremiah Foster, Stephen Figures.
Jeremiah Foster, Stephen Figures are the headliners. But Garces with Connor Bruce at quarterback, I think a vastly improved defense and so much team speed and a little more depth than BCHS. We're going to go Garces here. I will go with them 27-21.
I got a barn burner, 34-33 Garces. But this is the total toss-up game. It's going to be a great one.
And before we go, Saturday night, the Brothers in Arms Classic at Ventura College, the last 2 games to pick. Right. The 5 o'clock game, Bakersfield High School and Pleasant Grove out of Elk Grove. And the Drillers, 5-6 last year, also Pleasant Grove, 5-6. Somebody is going to look to kickstart a rebound season. I think it's going to be the Drillers, 34-20. I think you see the return of the team speed that caused teams a lot 100%. Of problems in 2011, 2012, 2013. I think we see that again this year.
Yeah, 28-20 BHS.
And I've got it actually 34-20, a solid 2-touchdown win for the Drillers. Now, the late game, 8 o'clock Saturday night, Centennial at St Bonaventure. Very, very good. 7-4 last year playing in the Miramonte League. They have Casey Roddick, a 330-pound Division I recruit on the offensive line. Centennial playing without Cole Beatty, hip injury. He's going to be out this week. That doesn't bode well for the Golden Hawks.
No, and I think the Golden Hawks will be just fine, but this is a big, tough road game, really, when you look at it. St. Bonnie's right down the street from the college, so this is a home game for St. Bonnie, and I think that they are going to have the advantage, and I have St. Bonnie winning 30-21.
I will say for Centennial, if it's within 9 points, that is a victory for the Golden Hawks. I have it 38-16 for St. Bonaventure. So we're running late. We got to let you go, but our thanks to the BHS Drillers, the Liberty Patriots. Be sure to pick up your copy of the football tab. That's Trevor Horn. John Farron's our producer. I'm Zach Ewing. We'll see you next week. 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Bakersfield Christian at Garces.
See you tomorrow night, Zach.
Tune in live.
Looking deep down the left side, Mendeville into the end zone, touchdown!